Now for equations with proportions, we're going to talk about two ratios together with the equal sign in the middle, and we call it proportions, okay? Now, right now, we have x over 8 equals 5 over 2. To solve for x, to solve for the variable, first is we have to cross multiply. Cross multiply, here we go. So x times 2 should give you 2x, and now we have 8 times 5 is 40, and because we want to have x alone, then we need to get rid of the numerical coefficient 2, so we have to divide both sides by 2, and I can cancel out the 2's, and now I have x alone. But how about 40 divided by 2? Using your mental math, it should be equal to 20. This is how you solve equations with proportions. This is the, basically this is sort of like the introduction of numbers 2 and 3. So here we go. Now for the first step again, we cross multiplied. 2 and x gave us 2x. 8 and 5, 8 times 5 is 40, divided both sides by 2, x equals 20. So we're going to apply the same concept of number 1 in an interesting question here, okay? So this time we have 3x minus 2 over 4 equals x plus 5 over 3. Now we're going to apply the same process here. We're going to cross multiply again. So here we have a binomial multiplied by a monomial 3. So here I'm going to put the 3 outside times the quantity of 3x minus 2. And I'm going to do the same thing with 4. And a quantity of x plus 5. Now, we all learned from last 2 weeks that if you have parentheses and a number before the parentheses, all we have to do is distribute the number beside the parentheses by multiplying 3 to the terms 3x and minus 2. So 3 times 3x is 9x. 3 times minus 2 is 6. Which is minus 6. Here we go, equal to 4 times x is 4x, and now we have 4 times 5 should be 20. Now using your algebra swag, we talked about, we agreed that we want the x's on the left side and we want the constants or the numbers on the right side. So here we go. Since 9x is already on the left side, so I'm just going to write it down. And that 4x, when we move it over, becomes minus 4x, because 4x on this side, on the right side, is positive. So if you move it over that equal sign, we're going to change the sign from positive to negative. Now we want the numbers on the right side, we call them constants. We're just going to write down 20 because 20 is already on the right side. Minus 6 over, I know you're going to say plus 6. Now mental math, 9 minus 4 is 5. So 9x minus 4x is 5x equals 20 plus 6. That's easy. 26. And now we divide both sides by 5. X is equal to 26. We cancel out the 5's. 26 over 5. If you have a calculator, go ahead, divide 26 by 5, and that should give you a decimal answer. Okay? Now let's have the last one. We have binomial over binomial. It's a ratio of binomial, and binomial equals a number and another number. We're going to apply the same thing, cross multiply. But because we're multiplying 3 by a binomial, so that's why we have to put the binomial in the parentheses. which is 6x minus 1 equals, we're going to multiply 2 to the binomial x plus 2. Just like what we did in number 2, we distributed 3 and 4. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Distribute 3 by multiplying 3 and 6, which is 18x. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3 equals 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 2 is 4. Algebra swag again. We want both x's on the left side. Copy 18x. 2x over becomes minus 2x. I'm going to write down 4. Minus 3 over becomes plus 3. There you go. Now, what's the math again? 18 minus 2. What is it? 16. I think it's 16. 4 plus 3 is 7. Then divide both sides by the numerical coefficient, which is 16 and 16. And now, the final answer for x is 7 over 16. Do you want to know the decimal value? Divide 7 by 16. And this is the equations. This topic is all about equations with proportions. Ciao.